second floor. Misses the window, though. It could have been huge. Here's the follow-up. Wasn't cooked as well, but it's going to be popping pretty much at the doorstep of Supernova, taking away almost all of his bleed-out HP, and that's going to be all she wrote. Inex secures the kill, but still has to worry about Zraven inside.
Brings it down to a 1v1 as we were saying earlier that they were going head-to-head, just dropping bodies. They were trading bodies. And now we have elusive Inex versus Omen's Zraven, whose Zraven is taking shots from Halo Klein Gaming, who's already positioned within the new zone. They definitely, Zraven and Inex definitely have to find each other. Somebody has to go out here because only one can advance out of this fight.
Here's the thing, I know Zraven is a very aggressive player, a confident player as well, and he's not going to be giving up on this, and he finds the headshot with the AKM, eliminating Inex and dropping out elusive. Your first team to go out here and game number 2 in 16th position.
Zraven just hops in a vehicle and says,
なんか13番にエキスパートいる。
ね。こっち A でしょ。
多分 A やね。
勘違い
あれみたいな。CCC がなんでミアリアっているんだろうって言ったらそういうことか。
かわいそうだよね。18番入んないでミフリアって言った方がいいと思うけどな。
A グループの方は、あー、抜けた抜けた。味方気づいてやれよ。
かわいそう。
Unfortunately, when you have those late rotations, whether it be by your own hand or whether you just get caught up by another team, well, you end up being in a bad position. Next shift going up north off of our previous circle centrality, and more shifts have to come out. 605 Gaming, team on point as well as the God Squad and GGWP have to make rotations, and well, the circle, it's getting smaller and it's getting more crowded.
Yeah, it's getting into a more open area, but we see Halo Klein Gaming, all four still up. They are definitely excited and happy for this. How this map is shaping out for them. The happy campus down here with Loki, who's holding in the zone. Haven't had to move too much, and as we've mentioned many a time, on rotations are when typically we see a lot of deaths happening, and Loki has had a pretty good time here as they've been able to make it into zone by zone.
And with 14 teams still remaining, 50 players alive, an overwhelming majority of the lobby still living, still trying to make their way into these mid to late game circles, into those mid to, or rather those high game placements, first, second, third, with kill counts is what you're looking for if you're trying to rack up some good points here on day number 1. But it's going to be reaching that boiling point of Miramar, and with so many players alive, Lucy, it's going to be increasingly deadly as some very fast rotations start to come in. Loki Esports spotting out the members of Team 1 off in the distance. Going to be putting out some nice shots. Zedge dropped immediately by Joker's Mini 14, and this could be the indication for Loki Esports to push aggressively the 4v3 in favor of their own squad. And with this fragging ability that we've seen from Loki over the last few weeks, well, they are certainly going to be pushing up and trying to take advantage.
Yeah, they're definitely laying down shots onto Team 1, who has a... They're outside the zone, need to make their way in. GG well played was able to sneak in undetected because low-key tunneled on Team 1 over here. They're going to try to take these 4 kills and add it to their leaderboard.
They certainly will be trying to do that. Just Moo going to be nicely knocked down with a huge nade coming out of Fignaldo. Fignaldo's nades have been on point today, and he's not going to be stopping there as they have to worry about the other 3 members. Zedge going to be picked up, which does give them 3 up for Team 1, but they are very split up. If low-key can get some sights, can get some sort of information, well, they just got it in terms of...
何これもうここ降りるしかないよなんだこれ
GGW3 finds him definitely to hide behind the meds off the Fignaldo. He doesn't want to give them the window of opportunity to get the meds off. Have enough time to get a first aid. Well, he wants to meet them there.
Yeah, we see the low-key rushing down onto Team 1 right now, even so much as to advance out of the zone just so they can put that pressure on, make Team 1 scramble for their way to get in. And when you force a team to scramble, their minds aren't able to, essentially, it's a little more difficult to be able to think faster on your feet, and how are they going to make it out when everything is up in front of them, while the blue is also putting that pressure up behind them. GG, well played. Was able to get some sight lines down on them as well, so probably throwing in some damage just off as a third party.
Down by the members of Team 1, just moving knocked out in blue zone, going to be bleeding out as well, but Trovo pulls up, is able to get some insane shots. That's going to be Fignaldo dropped down. Mr. PaR dropped down, and Reload dropped down. The elimination of Loki Gaming in 14th position is not the game that they were looking to have here in game number 2 on Sherman.
まだコード半分ぐらいある。
The 20-minute mark, it's going to be even more deadly from here on out. Nothing is going to be easy. Nothing is going to be free. Well, unless you're Team Almost and you get the compound center circle. But even then, we hear people talk about it all the time. You can have the best circle luck in the game, but even with that, you're not going to be walking away with wins unless you play off of it effectively.
Absolutely, because even if they've got this compound, and yes, we have seen wins off of this kind of a placement, you might have multiple teams rushing your compound alone, and you have to support all sides.
Did you just see Pantha spraying the ground?
Oh, no.
He was spraying the ground, just shooting into the ground. I'm not even sure what happened there. I don't even know, Lucy, so I'm not even going to speculate. But Alex G going to be able to get the knock on the Phantom, and he's got Countless in his sights in the corner to pick up the res. But the other members of Team On Point are pushing in. Reap the place. Maybe a solo player inside, quickly knocked. Almost got the knock on to Lau, but it wasn't enough. Just one shot making the difference there. And they are going to be coming up with some nice kill points for Team On Point. Well, that's going to be all the kill points they're going to be walking away with here in Game 2. Loud gets taken out, and the entirety of Team On Point goes down in 13th position, just right at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, and as that was going down, it allowed YellowPike Gaming to be able to rotate into the new zone, and now up ahead of Livid as they've got their sights on to Livid, as the Livid is going to have to make their rotation into the new zone. 605 goes out at 6th to Cyber Gaming.
So, we got Gwen Stacy here, 10 HP, YellowPike Gaming, and the Murado going to be stopping off to get the meds rolling as he exited out of the blue zone. But we can see his other members. They're a little bit off here to the northwest, and well, right between him or right next to him is going to be the members of the God Squad. Triggs leading off this bit of a push. Going to be hearing this Murado. Well, both teams holding W, and here come the grenades. That could be a huge grenade. Narrowly missing its mark just off to the right side of the shack. Thankfully for YellowPike.
なんか車両爆破で死んでんだけど自爆してるの。
赤やろそれ。赤やろそれは。それやっちゃいけんやろ。
Down in this dip, God Squad going to be coming up over the side to get sight lines onto them. Nades going out everywhere, which is helping to suppress God Squad from coming over the ridge line there. Oh my goodness, how many nades does Hog have?
Hopefully a lot.
Oh, he must be out now.
Yeah,
Smokes are coming out.
He must be out, but now the return grenade is going to be coming out from Zero. And none of these nades are
どうなんだろうな。やっぱ特攻さん側とまあファクトリーミルパーが
At least enough commotion has been caused where the audible cues go out to the other surrounding teams playing Edge, specifically GGWP and Spray. And if there's anything we know
結構俺ここの3件お気に入りかな。
待って、メリさん車爆破させるのか。
いいでしょ。
俺今からアンチ向かったろうかな思ったのに一人で。俺じゃないぞ。それ特攻さんやぞ。俺じゃないぞ。
ああ当たってしまった。
YellowPike going to be kicking off this engagement with a nice knock onto Livid's Countless.
怖い怖い怖い。
Solo player left for Livid, pinched in between two different squads, but that's not all. He's got a multitude of different squads to worry about, especially with this rotation now into phase 6, which has shifted up north once again. Team Almost, compound, still in the circle.
フライパー持って走っていけば当たらねえ
They're
かな。
thinking, phew, okay, we don't have to cause a ruckus because we won that last game that we had to remake, and now we
あ
have
と
that
20秒だ。
opportunity to make that happen once again.
Hog,
それではさよなら。
YellowPike Gaming going to be pushing off, trying to bomb into the circle or possibly just advance their position a little bit.
あでないかな。
いやまあ絶対これ毎回いるけど。予選どんかせ。
やった15位だ。
especially when you have the skill like our boy Hog. pulling out the elimination onto Alex as well as the entirety.
スクショね、スクショ。
これはいらん。
It's not going to be any easier for these teams. Off on the far edge, Team 1 going to be facing off against GGWP. W3 at the base of the hill, going to be looking up towards Finna, not able to spot him out. And well, Finna gets the nice kill. One more over towards GGWP as Team 1 goes out in 10.
And Spray hears all that gunfire, and as you said, they are scrappy and they are aggressing on this, knocking 2. Solo Finna for GG Well Played is the only man alive as 2 of Spray.
Oh!
What?
Finna with the 1v2. He caught Spray lurking, trying to get those final kills out. But hey, when you underestimate your opponent, which is likely what happened right there.
100%.
Well, Finna, he's going to be coming up, and he's actually able to get the res on a nuisance. This is huge for GGWP, who, like we mentioned throughout the day, they need huge performances in these games. They don't want to be dropping out of the NPLC. They had a rough NPLC phase 1. But all of that is in the past. They're here. They've got to focus on the task at hand, and that's the way to do it. Finna, what a champion.
Wow, and he's able to get the res on Nuisance, and now they are at least in 2 up for GG Well Played. We see all of the points still up and alive at the north. We're here with Cyber Gaming taking shots from God Squad.
Jimmer going to be going down as well. Triggs currently taking out 2 of the members of Cyber Power PC, but it's not going to be able to get the squad wipe. As Zovrin pulls up in for 16 shots, going to be finding their mark onto Triggs. Out goes the God Squad in 8th position. Blue Zone, though, pushing up. Jesse Lowell is a lost cause. Jimmer going to be a lost cause as well. Zovrin recognizing this immediately, still has Healthy Elf up to provide at least a partner-type support, and they're going to need it because they are approaching the members of Zenith Esports and certainly feeling that third-party action.
Yeah, lots of shots going down from across the map. Almost continuing to get favored by this circle, and is just going to hold this compound down and everyone off at their full surroundings.
There's going to be a lot of questions from these teams as to what circle god Team Almost was praying to, because yeah, that deity is going to be picking up some followers. That's absolutely for sure. And I mean, Lucy, we say, you know, you have to play off of these circles. You have to be able to put out the shots. You still have to employ the strategy and the gunplay. But Team Almost has not had to fight anyone. That area has pretty much been no man's land up until now. We're going to start to see teams encroach on this compound. But for the most part, they've had a pretty relaxing game. I think that's the best way to say it.
The Happy Camper's trying to rotate in, and a couple of the players of Almost are going to put down some fire down on Adam. And his teammate, Halo Clan, also saw that rotation by the Happy Campers and is throwing down some fire. Halo Clan Gaming, yes, they're still all 4 up. They need some kills, though, because this is not how you really are able to win overall on the leaderboard, is just by placement, as the new meta favors heavily kill points.
Look at this. Zenith going to be spotting out Jimmer, creeping up for Cyber Power Gaming. Patron with the nicely placed shots will be knocking him down as Roth crests the hill as well. Kill secure coming in for Zenith, 1 point, but they have to worry about Yellow Pike Gaming on their backside to the southwest off of their position as GGWP goes out as well. Team Almost now starting to at least show their hand in this lobby. Tanaka picking up a kill.
Oh man, GG Well Played went down to almost stole another kill as well from Halo Clan Gaming. Halo Clan saw that as an opportunity to be able to get those kill points on the leaderboard, but Almost is just, with that hard cover, they're comfortable, as you said, and they are just putting some chill shots across the way and snagging up some kills, even some steals of other knocks.
Ooh, one hog gonna be spotted out. Roth spraying him down, 3 times spray on top of the M416, and then it's one more knock coming out, and just leaving a crew left to pretty much hide in this bit of deflate. Still haven't been able to find the flush on the Gwen Stacy. There it is. Kill point secured, the 4th in total for game number 2 for Zenith Esports. But will Roth be able to spawn out a crew? I mean, is it a crew or is it a crow? Chat, let us know.
I would say a crew, maybe.
Hit the DMs, let us know so that we can get this name pronounced correctly. But I mean, it inspires it inspires something if you a crew. It's like Smurf from NPL with 10 O's.
Oh yeah, with 10 O's, yeah.
A crew with 10 O's.
Yeah, except it's 5. I added it because I was like, I needed. Yeah. I was like, all right, let me count these. A crew is gonna go ahead and step up and take some shots onto Roth, who is all alone.
And I like this. The follow-up nade for the flush, possibly trying to bait in other members of Zenith, trying to come onto that position. Not able to get down to Roth, and that's going to leave just 1 left for Zenith Esports up in that hill position. Patron, the solo champion now for this squad. 5 teams remaining, 10 players alive, a 2-player per team average. But we certainly see Halo Clan Gaming, all 4 members up. And then Team Almost, I believe they got 3 members up, so the odds are fairly stacked against these solo players.
Yeah, it's interesting that Patron decided to advance on this. The gunshots that he heard in the distance, perhaps his teammate was able to call out that it was just one player, a crew now going out 5th for Yellow Pike Gaming. Patron will continue to advance on as a solo player for Zenith. Halo Klein Kaisuko goes down, but looks like they're probably going to have enough Defilade to be able to get that res back up and be 4 strong once again. This, as long as Almost has these hard covers and the heights of some of these buildings even, it's going to prove a little difficult for some of these teams to be able to get some cover.
Nade's flying out towards the direction of where Patron is currently trying to wrap. He has been spotted out by Tanaka of Team Almost, and no helmet on Patron either as grenades continue to rain down inside of the smoke. And there it is from downtown. Tanaka, Team Almost picking up a kill and a team wipe on the Zenith Esports.
Now we are left with a solo Sovereign of CyberPower Gaming, holding down just an inside edge of what is inside the compound with Almost, who has their sights on Halo Klein Gaming. It's almost like it's a Halo Klein versus Almost at this point, while Sovereign is just going to sit back and perhaps try to get some unsuspecting kills, but most likely we'll keep it quiet.
Yeah, well, this is how pretty much both of these teams are going to play it. I think Team Almost has the, I guess, the more favorable position. They've got the cover to work off of, but Halo Klein is not in a bad spot themselves. They've got at least the favor of Defilade to push into the center circle. The final phase of game number 2, phase number 9, going to be already shrinking in. So those edges going to be dangerous. The blue zone going to be absolutely chunking down players. But Team Almost, remake or not, have found themselves in contention for a first place spot, second place at least secured here in game number 2. And Tanaka going down. It's going to be a 2v4 in favor of Halo Klein Gaming, but Zodiac going to be knocked a 2v3. Team Almost is trying to even the odds. They're trying to whittle down Halo Klein Gaming as much as possible before they will ultimately be pinned inside of this very center part of the circle.
Kaisuko is just trying to get silence anywhere he can. Evasion's throwing a nade at Zodiac, going down. Oh my goodness, nade is coming out everywhere and Almost is putting on the mad pressure.
Gunner going down. Kaisuko is the only member left up. Lucy, he was knocked originally, but now he's got a champion for his team in a 1v2. Team Almost comes up huge. A winner chicken dinner with 50
in vehicles. The rest of GG well played.
Team 1 into the lines of sight. Phase number 1. Loot is ramped up wherever you drop. Just a small group of shacks are likely going to be walking away with some nice utility, some nice guns, some nice ammo, even some armor to boot. But phase number 1 popping out, and we're going over to the northeast.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of teams have decided to stay more towards the north half. Almost Mime over here trying to get an early kill on Relo.
Far shots, incredibly hard to hit, especially with the iron sights on the mutant. But certainly if you get lucky, sometimes you get lucky. These guys have the gun skill, like we mentioned, time and time again. But even the hardest shots will be missed by these pro players. Inex, though, elusive, looking like he might be going out in first blood as he's dropped down to about 5 HP. Supernova of Omen putting out some incredible M416 iron sight shots as, well, Inex is able to make his way out of danger and more centered up on phase number 1.
Yep, phase number 1 hitting a more northeast, and we've mentioned about how, or I've mentioned about how low-key has tended to found themselves in the zone, but they are just outside, and outside, the most outside they are of the southwest of other teams, so they've got to work through. You see it's super condensed in that southwest side, so another opportunity for low-key to not go out early game, and it's gonna have to be a smart rotation out of them coming up shortly in order to survive this next zone.
We've seen some interesting formations from teams on these drops out of the gates here on day number 1. A lot of 3-1 splits in terms of looting up, sending one player early on into the circle, secure an edge spot, and then call in the rest of your team. We see a team on point doing it down here to the south. We see Yellow Pike Gaming over here in the El Azahar area with a Nate far off to the west. It's a fairly common trend that we're starting to see. I'm not exactly sure if it's working out for him. We'll have to watch the trends and see how it works for these teams in particular over the course of 3 days and if they recreate it. But first blood going to be going out here.
Yeah, almost.
A knock.
Meeting themselves with Zenith. A couple players of Zenith, Roth and Kendo.
Kendo trying to play this slow. He doesn't want to go out here and risk leaving Zenith with just 2 players remaining. But he's prepping the grenade. He's got it cooking right now for Tanaka. But will it be coming out of the oven at the right time? Yes, it will be. Finds the connection. At least the pressure pushed Tanaka over inside of the door frame, right into the lines of sight of Kendo's M416. And with a nice spray out goes Tanaka.
That's an unfortunate for Almost and Zenith out the gate. They both lose one player. You see, Yusugal looked like he was from Almost, trying to help his teammate. Unfortunately, though, once he went down, is now shifting back off. Kenda will be all alone at this point now, as everyone's going to try to regroup. Now over here with Spray, as they are going to advance. Oh, he's by himself. Light Show doing the 1-3 thing you're seeing.
He's doing the scout. He's just trying to find a position inside. But I did see he was taking some shots from Omen up to the north near that Hacienda position. And I think Light Show, if there's anything he was saying in comms, it was like, guys, is there any way that I can rotate early game without taking shots from all different directions? He's had an incredibly tough time, and you got to give it up to what he's been able to pull off so far on the day, because it's not been easy for the Light Show or Spray, and they've been working through it.
They've been doing well if they can keep up with how they were able to perform initially before getting knocked out early last map. But crate in the middle, it looks like Charity is eyeing it up.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty free crate for Charity to go up and grab. He recognizes that he's got to get there ASAP to pick off that level 3 kit and possibly a powerful gun out of the crate, as the blue zone starts to make its way in toward the edges of circle number 1 of game 3. We're going to start to see more and more rotations. GGWP going to be on that caravan path around the far northwestern highway, and they're going to be maneuvering themselves dangerously nearby to the members of Team 1.
Yeah, they're not going to be stopping by there. They're just going to keep on driving by. But in this moment, Kendo got pushed by the 3 remaining players of Almost. And he's
Buggy Tower going to be popped right here. Finna in a wide open field with W3 popping the shots. W3 just needs one nicely placed shots with the M4 or the M16 4 times up on top. He's trying to get it, but unfortunately is not able to find the tags. Unfortunately for Finna, he's able to get some cover in the field behind some hay bales. Almost incredibly deadly for the members of GGWP.
Oh, that's going to be rough getting out of there for Finna. W3 waiting for him to make that move, as Just Moo is going to be coming back and perhaps providing a little bit of support for his teammate, hopping in vehicles. The rest of GG Well Played going to be putting down some cover fire for Finna.
Got a rotation coming out from Halo Klein Gaming, trying to have another repeat big performance here on Miramar. But if Duck continues on this path, he's going to be running across the faces of 605 Gaming. We can see one of the members of 605 up there on top of the hill. Halix going to be likely spotting out this rotation from Duck. The other 3 members of 605 have departed the area. Not posing an extreme threat, at least at this stage in the game, as the members of Halo Klein make their way inside.
俺らあっち近いぞこれ。いけるぞ。
Driving away. Finna, you know, Dexy came up to come get Finna. The lone GG Well Played out in the open field, but is unfortunately taken out. Just Moo had reconnected with his teammate W3, as I was speaking of. Finna now, the one that,
it's going, Lucy.
Yeah, the one that was being rescued, his rescuer got killed in the engagement. Finna's going to be trying to make it out before this vehicle explodes. Oh my goodness, it's literally a couple shots away.
Oh, it's at about 10% HP. 1 or 2 more shots will be enough to push Finna's Bronco over the edge. But fortunately, he's able to get those hilly terrains. Miramar in between him and his... Oh
my God, go!
Oh, the hilly terrain, well, it was a saving grace, but almost his downfall as well, because the car immediately caught on fire as he hit this little bit of a hill.
I know. I thought they were going to clip each other when they passed, which is why I winced a bit, because that would have definitely damaged the vehicle, potentially enough to have exploded it at that point.
ワンパーティーいるのかこれ。
かも、まあ今回ルートが北しか行けないっていうのもあるけど、北を。
Just on the move and just trying to find a new place to call home.
Well, they tried to call Omen's home.
かぶってるけど、わらと俺この人と遊ぼうかな。
Upon Palix and Duke pushing up, well, Duke took a lot of damage, immediately turning the crew of 605 back around and back to their previous compound.
倉庫側4人いるんだけど、そいつなんだどこのやつだ
とりあえず俺もこの人と戯れるは近くいるからもうわらと同じとこ降り立ったわ
Heard some engagements happening over in the northwest. Ooh, and here they come. As GG Well Played is following just behind Team 1. Just Moo. Oh, they're going to split off there, however. Not chasing each other. That was not the whole point there, the objective. They're just going to each try to get into the zone.
They're cutting in though, and they're going north as well. We might see GGWP and Team 1 reunite in a bit of a clash later on in game number 3. But approaching the 9-minute mark, the blue zone has
謎に武士交換したんだけど、こいつ俺こいつクソ武士なんだけど、俺16と SLR でこいつサイガとベクターしか持ってないんだけど、クソかよこいつ。
GGWP continuing on this path. Lucy, we thought they might cross paths once again, and well, it's certainly looking like they will be. Team 1 in a position to hear this Murado, and certainly in a position to look over the hill and have the shots.
Yeah, I really feel I think GG Well Played is literally just trying to get into a better position, and crazy enough, drove right by the players of Team 1 who chose not to take shots down on him.
Well, you know, you're not going to be arguing when you're not getting shot at. PaLX tried to avoid the members of Omen once again. I mean, they knew that Omen was pushed in just with a huge Car 98 headshot on top of Secret. We'll be dropping him out of the vehicle as and his teammate Splinter tried to fourth party engagements that they are not even in a position to fight off.
これで事故って全員死んだら俺と怒られるのかな。
でもこう真ん中結構なんか徒歩勢いそう引かないようにだけ
急にね死んでる絶対これ遊んで死んでるでしょ。
Lucy, you ask players, you say, you know, when you're shooting at cars, what are you aiming at? You say, well, when it's it's too hard to hit the player, but when you have
みんないるめっちゃおる
めっちゃいる
しょうがない武器を与えようじゃないか。
Victor and Soup do not want this member of Cyber Power PC Gaming Esports to get out of their grasp. It's going to be a kill point walking over their direction if they can get these frags because, hey, he was knocked by Omen. Supernova, the kill could be stolen away by Spray.
The shots are coming in. Jigger just trying to survive. Oh, the lone member out by himself of Cyber Power Gaming as the rest of the team is heading more central in this new zone. Omen being advanced on by Team 1 here very shortly as they're going to take shots onto Spray.
Team Livid in a bit of a tough position over here as well. They've got a knock and they're incredibly split up with Halo Klein now pushing up on their western flank. How are they going to be dealing with this, especially with GGWP moving in from the north? That'll be looking down on them. A large fight could erupt up here. Just past that 10-minute mark of this game, a lot more action popping off than in game 2.
Halo Klein Gaming choosing to push on this engagement. Livid being pinched by Halo Klein Gaming and GG Well Played as you see Livid just spreading.
Omen
having angles on Team 1, however, just to the south of Team 1 is moving out and about. While Omen has his hard cover. Ooh, and
夜とか聞いてなかった。
Teams as they try to position one head going to be revealed over to the SKS of Supernova from Omen. The shots will be taken, none will be connecting. As well, a member from Omen could be knocked down. Thankfully, they have the cover to get the res as Halo Klein now starts to at least ride on this hill, trying to spot out the members of Livid. They heard all of the action popping off, but they're hesitant. They don't want to push into this too much.
スノーフレーク CCC モリモリさんに撃たれて殺されました。あかんやろ、やばいやばいやばい。
Blob and Dita going to be in play, and Minas General is going to be our center.
喧嘩ってる喧嘩ってる喧嘩ってる喧嘩もだこれは故意的に車線に入ってきたので殺してしまいました。申し訳ありませんって喧嘩だ喧嘩バチバチやね。
いやでも戦いは始まってたわ。
Halo Klein, hopefully they've got some vehicles. I'm not quite sure, but they're going to have a long advancement into this.
Yeah, it's interesting how Halo
Klein,
they are retreating back to the vehicles. They are going to be using them to try to bomb as center as possible, but Elusive is rolling up on top of the members of Yellow Pike Gaming.
いやマジミムスさん大丈夫かな。
bleeding out as the grenade's going to be thrown down the hill by Acro and Hog. And Yellow Pike Gaming pulling out all the stops to try to find these connections. Inex going to be at least flushed out. Snorlax going to be dropping a trade back on top of Gwen Stacy. 2 members left of Yellow Pike in this area. 3 in total, trying to do whatever they can to not go out early here in phase number 3. Fizzle flushed out of the game by Hog.
全員ペナルティにして1日出場禁止にしてくれ。
players up front decide to just get in their vehicles and get on out of there because they know that they need to make an advancement into this zone and they don't want to do it any more damage than they currently are. They are having to go
明日出場禁止
north
で
and make
す
a really wide rotation around, and unfortunately into the line of GG will play.
I mean, I respect these types of rotations. You make them to try to stay safe, but this late in the game, when you can almost expect that the entirety of the circle is going to have any presence in these types of rotations, they end up hurting you as Airway going to be dropped out of his vehicle completely blown up and disabled, and now stranded in the blue zone with the members of GGWP looking down the barrels of their guns directly at his location. A last-ditch effort with the grenade, trying to get something out on top of Biznatch, but it's going to be bouncing off the rock, missing its mark. But here comes even more shots. He's able to at least find a connection on the Nuisance from around the right side of the rock. Incredible plays coming out from Elusive's Airwick, but he still has a world of hurt to face off against. The nade pressure coming out in combo with Biznatch's AKM shots from the 7.62 rounds. Going to be taking him out.
Ooh, it's Snorlax, the remaining player for Elusive.
攻撃回にな
Able
っ
to
た
get
ぞ
the knock on Finna.
殺せ殺
Yeah,
せ
Biznatch, the solo player for GG, well played up, but he's going to try to res Nuisance up in the blue. Not sure if he's going to have time to also get Finna in this moment, but Elusive Snorlax
また
is going to-
EGG 打ってしまっ
He's
た。
he's kind of hanging back a little bit, but in this engagement, it allowed Halo Clan Gaming to advance further in uncontested there, but now into the sights of Spray.
Halo Clan Gaming losing 2 members in the process of this push to Spray. Just Kaisuko going to be alive, but he's got free shots on top of Light Show of Team Spray, and we'll be finding those connections with the SLR, dropping down Light Show. He's going by Light Scrow in this, but I don't know if this is a name change or what, but I've always known him for the last 2 years as Light Show. So until he DMs and tells us otherwise, we'll continue on that path. Phase number 3, though, going to be closing out. Phase number 4 in full effect. Another shift down to the southwest. Our teams up in the north, starting out for phase number 1, have been met with obstacle after obstacle after obstacle to try to just get safe.
Yeah, you see, GG well played. They were able to get the 1 res off. Oh, but unfortunately, Nuisance goes down into the zone. Snorlax, not quite sure what he's trying to do there at the north, advancing on the remaining player of GG well played. But down into the actual action is God Squad trying to rotate into a better position on the new zone while Zenith gets some sight lines and puts down a bunch of shots.
Morty going to be popping out of his Bronco after crashing into a rock. Didn't expect Lush to have the line of sight, but he continues to do so. And the shots continue to come out. M416 Spray trying to connect onto Triggs, and the buggy will be able to land 1 shot, but here comes the third-party action. When you take all these shots, you also give away your position, and Low-Key Gaming is going to be there up on top of the hill to the north to put out those shots, to put out the pressure, and hopefully walk away with some kills if you're Relo or Fignaldo in that 2-2 split.
Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could have seen what I just saw with the overhead map. As soon as his engagement with Zenith and God Squad happened, the entirety of Low Key just shifted and looked their way as they wanted to aggress on that. The Happy Campers here with Team on Point, going head to head, dropping bodies. Elusive going at 16, fall damage. He must have tried to get off of a mountain ledge or what have you and killed himself in the blue.
Oh,
wow.
Spreezy, get out of here. You're insane. Huge nades coming out for the Happy Campers as they wipe out Team on Point here in the northern side of this phase. Minas Generales has become a bit of a graveyard for some teams that have tried to pass through those mines. Not safely. Team Almost trying to keep up that consistency, but they're caught out in a bit of a bad position, taking shots from Yellow Pipe Gaming, but also leaving EvasionX back behind, trying to play that Overwatch role, but he's got a world boss to work through, but he's going to be kicking it off right. Spots out Kaisuko. Halo Clan Gaming able to get off the kill, the squad wipe on the Halo, but not before he actually took down Reap the Palace as well. And another member of Livid going to be going down. Absolutely insane. What Team Almost is putting out, but Evasion ultimately going to be knocked.
Yeah, getting that extra kill beforehand, definitely beneficial. Oh no, EvasionX gets Reap the Place knocked down. We've got an engagement with Loki versus God Squad down on that ridge line because Loki, and what I was trying to say earlier, was just really kill hungry. You could see that as soon as they heard the shots, they were just really, they were interested.
Countless, you better get out of that vehicle. It's smoking, it's on fire. 2 different teams are shooting at you, and even if you're that close, well, he was out of distance of any
電話俺からもっと着去かなって思うぐらいなん繋がらないんだけど。電話かけたらプルルルルの前にプープープーで通話中って出るんだけど。通話なのか着去なのか。
あれやろ。ミムさん、寝押しもちもちしてるやろ、どうせ。そのままか。
Oh no, that's out of the placement points. Hopefully they got some kills. Lots of nades happening in the kill feed right now. God Squad just rolling over the 2 players of Low Key on that ridge line, leaving the 2 remaining Blown Apart, Mr. Blown Apart and Joker of Low Key to hold the compound down.
A nade from Yellow Pike going to be starting to prep the nades. He knows exactly where a member from Team Almost is. Mime inside of the shack trying to wait, but it's not going to be enough.
一回kamitasさんから電話かけてもらってもいいですか？ほんなら。
Your first place team on the global leaderboards. In 9th position, this is exactly what you need to do if you're any of those teams in 2nd through 16th position.
kamitasさん出て俺出なかった。俺なんか悪いことしたから昨日。
Possibly might kickstart a little bit of motivation behind our teams in 2nd through 5th.
Yeah, now we see a solo countless of Livid, as well as Innate from Yellow Pike Gaming in small little shacks or what have you right outside the zone. They're gonna have to make that wide open transition into the new zone, but Low Key has that sights. Zenith also waiting and ready and waiting to put down some fire, but unfortunately suppressed by God Squad.
Lush and Patron have been spotted out. A small shack for them to hide inside of, and with those windows and with the lines of sight that the God Squad is utilizing, one small maneuver inside of that shack could spell disaster for the 2 remaining members of this Zenith squad. Phase number 5, though, shrinking in. Phase number 6 will be kicking off in about 1 minute and 40 seconds as we approach that dangerous mark in these Miramar matches. A lot more action popping off in this game, though. Significantly few players left in this lobby than there were in game number 2.
Yeah, there's countless making that move, and Zenith and God Squad were trying to get that kill, but it's going to be Innate of Yellow Pike Gaming getting that kill point.
A good kill going up for the solo player, Innate, all the way up here to the northeast. And that's how you got to play it as a solo player. You see a free kill as a solo player. You pick it up without risking too much in return. 7 teams remaining, 20 players alive, and the North looking pretty crowded in terms of teams, numbers alive.
タクはわかんないですね。
Interesting to split on this ridge.
Yeah, they need. That's definitely good that God Squad's holding the south end. They know that Zenith is on the east in the south. God Squad.
PaR の情報の個人情報内しかわかんない。
Stay out of shots of God Squad. The other 2 players are going to see that, but unfortunately they're being spotted out by Team 1 just on their east, also on the other ridgeline.
で、どう
Just willing to fire off some nice shots. Pressure being applied, at least letting the God Squad know, hey, there are some other teams in this area. You better be careful. It's not going to be.
他に連絡手段がない。ツイッターがなんか繋がらないのがすごい不思議なんだ。
Separating our teams up to the north, a wide open area. That, if we get a crazy shift here in our next phase, Lucy, we might see some pretty insane fights popping off.
Yeah, I wonder what the terrain's like for Innate, the solo member of Yellow Pike Gaming, because Low Key seems to see him every now and again. I see the shots going down, but they're not able to complete the kill or get the kill. So he's sitting all right for now, Innate, and as long as this shift, which is happening now, and doesn't do that, he could have had maybe an all right time, but this is looking a little fatal for him as he's gonna have to make a really long shift. And the Happy Campers are moving out.
Yeah, interesting to see this. The top third or so of La Bandita will be occupying the southern part of this late game phase. The Happy Campers realizing now their position is out of play. They've got to bomb center, get that favorable position early on before another team either crosses that rotation path or takes that exact spot. Charity, Spreezy leading the charge in the van. Will be pushing up to a nice shack. Smoke's coming out as well, trying to tactically play this, trying to increase their odds in whatever way possible. Zenith, though, going to be dropped down. Patron and Lush going out to 2 separate squads. God Squad trigs with one of the kills.
God Squad has a really good position in here, as you spoke of, in La Bandita. They've got that inner ridge line that they can use as cover, peek over when they need to. Low Key is going to have to be making that move just below them. But God Squad must know that they're there and they're going to be moving, and they are just trying to make sure that nobody's going to be coming up on their 6 and make sure they're covered as well. Team 1 on the other side of that ridge line, holding pretty steady as they're going to put some fire down onto 605. Oh my goodness, shots coming out everywhere.
Let's see, the Happy Camper still in the 2-2 split, and Nate has moved up to the wall, though. The blue zone going to be pushing him around this side of the wall very shortly. Levi popping in the vehicle as well. He's going to be very exposed to it. Nate, the spray going to be coming out. He's able to spot out Adam. One more. Oh, he's able to get the knock actually onto Levi. Splinter from 605 Gaming comes in with a scar, takes down Adam. And that's unfortunately going to be all she wrote. Yellow Pike Gaming's and Nate gets spotted by Team 1. And now, here it is, Charity. as well as Spreezy, the insurance policies, already having made it inside of the zone, will not be able to call in their other two teammates from the Northeast. They're going to be carrying on as a duo.
Which was fine because Yellow Pike Gaming, he knew that he had it was going to be a really rough transition for him. Getting out of that alive was going to be slim. Getting 2 extra points before you go, though, fantastic.
We've got Joker from Low Key Esports looting this crate down here, but the members of the God Squad, they know that something is aloof. They're going to be looking down. They see the smokes, and now that's every indication that they need that players of this squad are pushing up, trying to advance up the hill. Throw out those grenades. We say it all the time. Where there's smoke, there's likely a player. Use it as a bullseye to put out that area of effect damage that is so overpowered from these frag grenades.
Yeah, so Low-Key was able to make it in, but 605 only has one player, Duke, up, as he is being just rained upon by Team 1. But he's in the zone, so we should be all right there.
Yeah, he's in the zone. He's okay. Phase 6 will be over in about 5 seconds, and our next shift will be popping off. And as the action continues to pop off, well, it's going to be increasingly difficult to make these changes in position. Team 1, all 4 up, going to be riding now the new southwestern edge of this zone as Mortify pushes into Mr. Blown Apart. Connected on, though, in spades. Dropped down to 10 HP, 90 HP going to be taken away from him. But Joker going to be knocked now, just Mr. Blown Apart in this position, trying to be a solo champion. For the members of Low Key, 5th place wouldn't be terrible, but given what they had to work with in game number 2, 1st place is all that's on Mr. Blown Apart's mind.
Oh my goodness, yes, he's got, Mr. Blown Apart able to get a knock onto Charity, who is on his north. He's got still another player of the Happy Campers up on his sights, but unfortunately God Squad comes up from behind, and cleans it up. Low Key going out at 5th.
And that will at least open up a window of opportunity for Charity to get rezzed by his teammate, Spray.
And we've got, so we saw just Team 1, right? They pushed, they advanced on the Ghost Squad. As soon as they heard those shots go down, they knew they were engaged, they were busy, they came in, got a couple knocks. Looks like, though, however, God Squad is still holding pretty strong as they've brought Team 1 down to 2 players, and they're trying to survive as this new zone has shrunk.
Lucy, I gotta correct myself. I've been calling Spray Spreezy because he changed the spelling of his name. He put like 5 E's in the middle of his name now. So that is Spray, not Spreezy, guys. My bad. Let me just correct that before it gets even more confusing. But he's gonna be alive. Spray and his teammate. I'm gonna talk to Spray after this. Unbelievable.
Oh, anti-Milibea.
But they get creative every time.
Oh, the push is coming from God Squad as Team 1 is taking shots from a solo Duke 605 player from the north, pushing Team 1 back. God Squad now having a great position within this zone on the south side. Also sightlines onto 605 and Happy Campers. Team 1, though, however, they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do here with God Squad on their east.
Looking down at Zelj. It's going to be Zedge rather, trying to spot out these 2 members.
みんな結構普通に散らばってるな。
もっとバチバチあるのかな。
Phase number 8 will be popping, and that will be the setting for the final 2 circles.
てか待って、15分あるじゃん。長っ。
マジで言ってんのそれ。それ絶対これ設定見てるし15分はやばいでしょ。絶対15分はミス。
But the God Squad, they don't care.
マジ5分でいいわ。
While the other members of the God Squad will be putting out the shots to the north.
いるぞ。
Trying to find the shots on the Triggs, but Triggs spots them out. The information going to be going back between his teammates to lock down.
詰めてきたんだけど。
いや、そりゃ来るでしょ。どこ？敵。
俺の下。
オッケー。行くわ。
1回いる。トイレかな。
無理無理無理。ああ、これだったー。
よし、やったぞ。
もう一人いるぞ。なんか撃ってるやついたか。
それ多分あれじゃね？メリさんじゃね？
あ、メリさんか。助けて。
あ、寄ってきてる。
正面回った。
見て。
クールドアーツ。スノーフレックスに全滅させられるで、これ。
やばい。
サイがしかないな、きちって。
見てんの偉いな。
まあ見るでしょう。 もう3人寄ってきてんだ。
終わりだ。いや、ここからやってやります。
Oh no, but unfortunately gets spotted out by Duke, who is off in the distance. You guys, Duke is in the worst possible spot on the entire map. And that is right there. That's all she wrote for Duke. But he survived and was able to get an extra kill before he went out. Kudos to Duke.
Kudos to Duke, 4 alive now for the God Squad. A 4v2v1 around the map, and it's looking like it's the God Squad's game to lose here as they continue to have a dominant hold on the southeastern portion of Miramar. W3's position still to be known. Quick spray coming out from Triggs, trying to just spam the auto on that Mini 14.
Yeah.
It's not an automatic weapon, but if you click it fast enough, Lucy, you can certainly almost
Mediさんの元に
continuing to they've got positions down on both of these remaining teams, and it's
絶対それ待ってても勝てる。
onto that elevated position.
No flex スタイルだ。死亡。
これでも今一旦配信切ってても大丈夫。
一旦は大丈夫じゃないけど、
試合の時に配信すればいい。
あとフライテストもあるじゃないですか。
あれ3回じゃなかったっけ
？4回じゃないですか。
And now here it comes, the God Squad.
フライテスト3回にかけてる。だからこれで終わりかな。